I think I'll stop us right here momentarily. First fish of the day. Oh, see, beautiful, beautiful. Let me get to that.
I think we'll be able to eat him, T.
Get out from under that boat, baby.
Nice job.
What you think, T?
I love it.
Welcome to Castin Cajun. We're your host, Tony Fondo.
Tony Chachere.
We out here in the marsh behind Jugs Landing in Creole, Louisiana, fishing redfish, and so far it looks like we're doing pretty good. Looks like he's been in a couple of battles. T, what you think?
Yeah, maybe something got a hold of him, I reckon. That's right.
Well, we found the first one, so get ready for an exciting half hour with Castin Cajun.
Nice.
Put him in the box.
Castin Cajun is brought to you by Thibodaux Regional Medical Center for expert, compassionate care. Grafton Dermatology, specializing in diseases of the skin, hair, nails, and cosmetic surgery. Cajun Home Improvements, the last roof you'll ever buy. Don's Wholesale, your truck superstore with the largest selection of pre-owned trucks in Louisiana. HomeAndTravel.com. Experience world-class fishing in the heart of Louisiana. Visit HomeAndTravel.com. And by Tony Chachere's, makes everything taste great.
Good morning, scheme girl. Good morning, scheme girl. And I'll go home with, I'll go home with you. Don't tell your mama and your papa you the best good boy.
Fish on.
Nice, T.
Fish on, fish on. Woo! Yes, indeed. I'm having a good time. You gotta excuse my lack of voice. We had the Wounded War Hero Rodeo all weekend. Had some wonderful musicians. Had CC and his band. John Mooney made an appearance. Blue Eyed Soul. And Heath Leday. Kind of small, but still worth the effort. Goodbye, little buddy. Now, while Tony C's over here trying to catch another fish, I'm gonna explain you what we're doing. The wind's blowing pretty hard. It's moving us a little faster than what I would like. All this area looks beautiful, should be holding fish. So what I've decided to do is move up a few yards, drop the power pole, fish the area hard. Don't get anything, pick up the power pole, move a little bit more. Well, on the first try, we picked up 2 fish. So we're gonna try to continue using that technique. So I'm gonna raise the power poles and move up a little bit. Oh, there it is.
Nice.
There he is. Oh, baby, come to Papa. Oh, he's a head shaker.
Is that a-
He's a head shaker.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been a bass.
I did too. He looked
Now,
kind
this
of
one-
greenish.
Now, he may go 16 inches. We shall see. All right, let's see what we got here. He's 16 if I squeeze the tail. So we're gonna let him go and get bigger. Come on, baby, quit swimming all over my boat. No second, we're swimming all over. Come on. All right, go on.
Nice.
We don't want to abuse any children.
No, indeed.
Fish on, fish on, fish on. Another red, another little red. Ooh, he's fighting, he's fighting. Not big, but he's fighting. He's a fighter. All right, little buddy. We'll turn you loose, or be still. Oh, I got it. Good, I didn't hurt his arm. Beautiful, healthy little redfish. Louisiana redfish. Next year, he'll be ready for a pot. There he is. Get him, T. Fish on. I knew they had one there.
He's a baby, but he's a
I knew
fish.
they had one there. I was just telling myself. I was saying, Tony,
He's
you really
a
got
baby.
a fish over there.
But you know what
And
he
then-
looks like?
And then Tony. you
That's
call
not a
him.
redfish, T.
What you got?
That's a skillet with a can of Tony's. That's what that is.
Oh, yeah. He'll fit perfect in that black iron skillet.
That's a black iron.
Put some of that Tony's mold on him.
That's
Oh,
right.
no. I'm going to blacken him with some of that Tony's more herbs and spice.
Spice and herbs.
Spice and
Right.
herbs. That's really a black and
Good
red
blackened
fish.
seasoning, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Check him out. I think he's 16.
He'll be close.
And he got a ruler right there.
Yeah.
Let me go see if his brother's over there and wants to bite.
Thank you, little fish. Thank you, Lord, for this
Hey, man.
beautiful day.
Beautiful.
Yeah, T. 16 and a half, baby. That's perfect. Oh, you. Come
Watch
here.
out, watch out, watch out,
Come back
Tony.
here, you.
Huh?
Sorry
Don't let him
about
jump
that.
out the boat.
I'm sorry, T.
Ah, that's okay.
Wrong cooler. Wrong cooler. Nice.
What's different about the Vortex shad from the original Matrix shad?
Uh-oh.
You got
Excuse
one?
me, T.
Oh, sorry for the interruption, but you got a fish.
I'm sorry.
Woo!
I'm sorry.
Oh, you can handle that one without the net.
Oh, yeah.
But he might.
I'll ski him
We
in.
can let him go. We can let him go back. He might be 16, but we can let him go.
Yeah, we're gonna turn him loose. He's his lucky day. Look
His
how he
lucky
ate.
day.
Look how he ate that Vortex shad, man.
Oh, he did. He did. You can see, redfish can't resist him. Oh, he's little,
Look how pretty.
but he's beautiful. Yeah, he's strong too.
For somebody that's never done this, it's so much fun catching these reds, and it's so easy to do, and it's really inexpensive when you know.
You're right.
When you think about it.
You gonna get your limit on one bait?
Can you imagine never doing this in your whole life?
No, I can't.
It's horrible. It'd be horrible. It'd be a horrible thing. Hey, I'm Tony Chachere, grandson of the legend himself, master of Creole cooking, Creole Cajun cooking, Tony Chachere. My grandfather started in 1972 with a cookbook when he retired when he was 65 years old. He put his spice recipe in the book, and within 2 years, several hundred people probably called him, said, this is the best seasoning blend. You really need to think about maybe trying to sell it. So he did. In 1974, he started packing his Creole seasoning called Tony Chachere's. Green can, red top. Within a year or so, he already had several products. He had barbecue sauce, he had steak sauce, he had hot sauce, he had instant roux, you name it, fish batter. Now we have fish batters. We have injectable marinades, pourable marinades. I mean, it just on and on and on. And it all started from the Creole seasoning, which was a recipe that he wanted to share with everybody in a cookbook, in his first cookbook. And the people actually created the demand for it and gave him the idea to go out and try to sell it. Nowadays, I do pretty much promotional and marketing events for our brand. We try to get as much awareness for our brand as possible, and I try to stick to grassroots types things, you know, Wounded Warriors, anything in the communities around Louisiana and up and down the East Coast. I'm here today because I've been a fan of Castin Cajun for several years. And actually, I have a friend that knows Tony Fontenot, and he hooked us up, and we did a trip. I was a guest on the show, and we had such a good time fishing and cutting up. It was a mutual thing. Tony asked me that day, hey, would you like to be a part of the show and co-host the show with myself and Bo? And I said, you know, I think that's awesome. I love doing this kind of stuff. I grew up hunting and fishing. I'm very comfortable around the outdoors. That's my passion. It's just who I am.
Good morning, scheme girl. Good morning, scheme girl. And I'll go home with, I'll go home with you. Don't tell your mama and your papa you the best good boy.
Fish.
Oh, fish on.
Little.
Tony
Little guy.
Chachere, first bass in
Good,
the
T.
boat. There he is, black and blue.
Little guy, Tony.
Yep. Well, it's a start.
It's a start.
You want it to warm up. You don't want to like hurt your arm on the first fish. You want to go ahead and get those elbows and shoulders.
How long they got to be, Winston? 12 inches?
They changed it. No size. No. Too bad we catch and release. We're gonna eat some of those bass at that Trophy Bass Haven.
I just seen the Tonys on him and the seasoned fry all and
Oh,
homemade tartar sauce.
stop, stop. You're making it hard.
I bet you Winston knows what is a black pot.
Hey, Winston, I really like this Finn's braided line you got here. Which one is this?
It's the shock absorber in 20-pound
That's
line.
what it's called, shock absorber?
Shock absorbing line. It's got about a 10% stretch, and I find it works well on stuff like spinnerbaits and different things like that, because you still get a little bit of a stretch with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So it really performs well.
Finn's braided line. Go out and get you some. I been
Finn.
using the pink wind table. Oh, Tony Chachere, y'all. Had a bite there.
Sorry about that.
No problem, T.
That's right. That's right. It's definitely a
Talking
fish.
about this awesome Finn's line, but I don't mind getting interrupted by a fish if you want to stick the next one to you instead of missing him. Oh, fish on. Fish
All right,
on.
mate. See,
Winston Michelle.
nice call,
He's
Winston.
doing it to us, T, like he said he
Hot
would.
canals, man. He knows where they at.
Oh, wait. Wait, wait. Oh, he did on a jerk rat. Okay. Oh, man. He blew my hat off with that one. Or was it the rod? Again.
That's a good fish. I'm gonna catch you fish.
Get him, T. He blew up on my frog twice. Maybe he'll hit Tony's.
He's on.
Hey, there you go, T. I found him for you, brother.
That's right. Tell you I was gonna catch you fish, T.
I found him for you, but you had to catch him for me. Oh, that's a pretty one. That's
Nice.
a pretty one.
Nice.
Oh, yeah? Let me go find you another one to catch.
He hit Tony's frog twice. Threw back on him with the committer. Committo, how we call it? Committer. Yes, indeed. Junebug color. Oh, yeah.
Tony Chachere, first fish on.
Way up on the shallow up here.
All right.
About 2 foot.
Oh, my crab's going.
Might be a hard hit, hell, I don't know. We're fixing to find out.
Fixing to find out. Let me look under here. Let me get my
Coming around the front.
gripper.
I'd say that's a red, T.
I like the sound of that drag.
That's right.
Ooh, there it goes. There it goes. Now, it's only a 30-minute show, so
I'm trying, bro.
take your time.
Try to
Enjoy
make
it.
anything.
Man, I forgot my cushions. That would have been comfortable on our bellies, but I got my sunglasses. One of those days.
Tony Forno, why did you bring Sacalay equipment tackle to a redfish fight,
I
man?
mean, that's 4,000 with 50-pound test braid, so I think that's a little bit bigger than a Chachere rod, but it is not a heavy duty rod.
No.
I like to fly them on light tackle. Isn't it more fun?
Oh yeah.
And you know, we're not big, strong, young guys anymore to hold those heavy rod and reels.
That's right.
I get a discount at IHOP now on my food,
You
my
kid.
breakfast. Yep. And you know what really upset me though? The girl didn't even ask for my ID.
And
She
if
just
I go with
automatically
you,
knew I was old.
if I go with you, I'll get a discount too?
No, you're not. You got to be over 55.
Good night.
But I'll pay for your breakfast.
All right.
Come here, bull.
Watch yourself.
Don't want to wear yourself out.
Got him, T?
What do you think about that, T?
Nice.
Oh, yeah. It didn't even hurt him. Got him right on the lip. He's kind of worn out, but that's about it. Well, T, you put the first fish in the boat.
That's right.
It took you about an hour and a half, but nah, not that long. Just
I'm wild.
but you kind of breathing hard a little bit.
Yeah.
And after that long fight, we were able to revive him. He swam off fine, which is, you always want to make sure when you fight a redfish hard like that, that they fully revive before you let them go. If you just throw them in the water, they might end up dying. You see them floating up later, 100 yards or so. So we always make sure they're lively before we turn them loose. Well, you want to see if you can go get another one?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I want to tell everybody that this is a lot of fun too, and that Tony knows all the folks in this area. He was raised here, so if y'all want to catch some of these big bulls, let him know, and he knows who to send y'all out with and have a good time. Folks, I'm Tony Chachere. We're gonna fry some shrimp and we're gonna fry fish today. Got some nice folks cooking a nice seafood jambalaya. We're gonna have a good time. This is a special recipe. Pat Huval with Pat's Restaurant in Henderson, Louisiana, shared this recipe with my grandfather for one of his cookbooks years ago. So I'll give you a little rundown on what's in here. We've been marinating these shrimp for about an hour. These are 2630s. They're marinating in evaporated milk, vinegar, baking powder, and at least an hour soak time. And we season the marinade with the more spice, the Tony's more spice, because we're using straight flour for this. We're not using our fry batter. We're using just straight all-purpose flour. So we're just going to do a little test run here on them. Flour them up real nice. Shake off the excess flour. And we'll fry them till they're nice and golden brown. Usually probably won't even take more than a minute, tops. Shrimp are fresh out the grease, folks. We're gonna let somebody try it. I think Tony's gonna try one. We're gonna check our spice. If it's too spicy, we'll add a little more flour to our mix. If it's not spicy enough, we'll add more Tony's more spice.
Delicious. But for me, a little bit more Tony. More spice. My new favorite for seafood.
Sweet, huh?
I love my job. See, I've been hearing all kind of great things about this awesome documentary you guys are about to release called How the Taste of Louisiana Was Born. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, we're real proud of that. Let's take a quick look at an excerpt off that documentary.
Sounds good.
One of the first modern Louisianians to build a name for himself by mastering the flavors of the hunting camp was Tony Chachere, whose reputation launched his Creole seasonings business and landed him in the Louisiana Chefs Hall of Fame.
He loved to hunt and fish, and he loved to cook, you know, what he brought home, his catch or whatever he harvested in the woods. And they considered him the best at it. They called him the master at cooking wild game. Of his time, they considered nobody in Louisiana better.
He started this seasoning company from the ground up. It used to be in mason jars.
The company started with his cookbook, his first edition of the cookbook he wrote in 1972. All the recipes in the book called for using his spice recipe.
He was 67 years old at the time. He decided to write a cookbook and incorporate all of his favorite recipes.
And this goes back to when I was a young boy. My father always took me hunting and fishing with him. And we had a hunting and fishing camp, and it was a kind of a difficult place to get to at that time. Sometimes we'd have to get out of the boat and pull the boat through the lilies to get to our camp. When we get back there, we didn't want to carry any more stuff than we had to. So what my father did, he started mixing his seasonings for whatever he was going to cook. He'd put it in a jar. We'd mix it up ahead of time. We'd catch fish or what have you, and he would use that seasoning. He wrote his Cajun Country Cookbook, and he put the formula for his seasoning on page 3. And first thing you know, after he went out and started selling his cookbook, people started calling in daily. Where can we buy Tony Chachere seasoning? So he said, I guess I'm going to have to go back in business and manufacture the seasoning.
Much as I hate to, I guess it's time to go home, Tony. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. We had a great day catching bull reds and specks here. Right here out of Trade Winds, Cocodrie. Cocodrie.
That's that Opelousas accent.
That's the Opelousas. How was your day, Joe? Tell everybody.
We had a great time catching bull reds and speckled trouts in Cocodrie, Louisiana. Thanks to Trade Winds and Tony here, he put us on the fish.
Well, actually, we followed Coon Pop out to this spot this morning, and then he left, and we bumped around here and there, picked up a few nice trout, a nice mess of trout, actually, and really nice mess of bull reds, bull drum. We stayed in a very comfortable room at the Trade Winds Marina down here. Come and check them out, folks. They're very nice people. They have live bait, lodging, wonderful restaurant. Come give Coon Pop some business and tell him Castin Cajun sent you. As always, we got to give a special thanks to both our active troops and our veterans. We love you, appreciate all you do for us. So until next time, keep on casting. Boudreaux wanted an exotic pet. So he goes to the exotic pet store and he buys this little centipede. Boudreaux and that centipede became such good friends, he took that little centipede everywhere he went. Sunday morning, Boudreaux said, hey, Centipede, you coming to church? Centipede, he'd say, yeah, I'm coming. So Boudreaux's waiting, he looks at his clock. He said, hey, Centipede, what's taking you so long? The centipede says, give me a break, I'm tying my shoes.
Did you see that?
Yeah, look at that. I'll sit down and eat some jerky, and what does he do? Catch a fish.
He's reeling it in.
He's out there too.
Call that a chourouge.
A chourouge?
a lucky bon tip.
And one tip.
Chourouge, you lose.
That's right.